Peace of the Lord, friends. Today in this program, I want to tell you that God reveals His power in us. For when we have Him acting in our lives, we have lots of power. And the power to love is what made us go further in this world. And it is what makes us see our generations grow and fructify. In the word of God, in Daniel, in chapter 12, verse 7, tells us, "And I heard a man dressed in linen, who stood upon the waters of the river. When he lifted his right hand and his lifted hand to heaven, and is all by the one who loves eternally, that after a time of times and half a time, and when they have just destroyed the power of the holy peoples, all those things will be fulfilled." These 12 chapters of Daniel talks about the last times, and in this verse that I read tells us of a man dressed in white, and white represents purity. And this man was over the waters of the river, reminds us of Moses, that in chapter 14 of Exodus, in verse 20 on, which tells us that Moses stretched out his hands upon the sea. Just this far I want to read. There is only one difference, because Moses stood before the sea, and this man Daniel speaks of is over a river. But we see that for God to fulfill His promise in the life of Moses, he had to act like a shield. He needed to leave the purifying waters of the Lord our God, purify him, and as a shield believe that God would make him a winner even before the sea reads. We need to be like Moses and do like Moses. This man in which this chapter of Daniel speaks was in white robes over the waters, and he saw the waters pass. He saw everything go by, and he was standing. And what I mean is that often we need to see things pass, and we must let go without fighting. We must act as a shield, raise our hands to the heavens, ask for grace and power of God, and just like Moses, we will win. We'll be more than winners, because the power of God is our power. And while God's powers is over our lives. We want to see our world go our way. After a while, from time and half a time, as Daniel says. In Psalms, in chapter 9 and on, verse 7 says, 1,000 will fall beside you, and 10,000 in your height, but thou shalt not be struck. In Matthew, in chapter 8, verse 4, one of the greatest prophets, the Lord Jesus Christ says, wherefore he who becomes humble as a shield, this is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, as long as we have the purity of a shield, our world, it can always be likened to the kingdom of heaven. For God is the one who will reign to fight for us, to make us victorious, today and forever. And in verse 12 of the Psalm chapter 12 of Daniel, he says, blessed is what awaits and comes up to 1,335 days. With faith in God, we will arrive further, and God is giving us very blessed days this week. Thank you. Friends, I want to ask that if you can help me to keep this program, you can deposit $2 or more in this account. You will receive much more from God, and I thank you. My bank is Banco Bradesco.